Hi, this is Nancy with On Point TV. It's an early Sunday afternoon, just got back from church and want to do a quick little video on paint pouring. Remember a little while back, Athena and I were covering that table and I mentioned to you our original intention for On Point TV was to be for all crafts, not just quilting. But I love quilting most. So that's what we do most. So today we're going to do something new. Now there's a couple of reasons why I want to do this something new, just because it's fun. This is a craze that is just sweeping the nation. If you have not heard about paint pouring, you've not been on the YouTube. YouTube has, I can't even tell you how many different videos there are out there for paint pouring. And I got the opportunity to apply to teach some classes at Quilt Festival in Houston. Woohoo! I'm so excited. And so of course I want to teach quilting, which I am going to do, but my friend actually said, Nancy, you know what they're really looking for is some crafting also. Well, it just so happens I craft too. I happen to work for the largest craft distributor on the entire planet, and so when I'm there I get to do videos for them also and play with a lot of different crafts, and this is one that is just so much fun, and I applied to teach it at Quilt Festival in Houston the end of October, and so I'm going to. So this is paint pouring. I want to just tell you the basics of paint pouring. The basics of paint pouring is to take something like this. Now this is Liquitex's pouring medium. I don't know what it is. All I know is that it makes paint really, really fluid and it kind of extends it. Is it a glaze? I don't know. Are there other things that might do the same thing? I don't know. You could try anything. It wouldn't hurt to try anything. But this is really the thing that makes it really work, is a pouring medium. Now, there are so many different companies that make it. So just to muddy the waters a little bit, here is a set from American Crafts. It's their brand Color Pour. Now American Crafts is a huge company in Utah, and they do crafting, and they do We Are Memory Keepers, might be another company of theirs that you've heard of. They got tons of things. They've got a candle making machine, just so many different things. Well, Color Pour is also one of their brands, and with Color Pour all the paints are pre-mixed. So that makes it really easy. You get a kit like this and you can just literally go to town. It's got everything in there. Many other paint companies also have available this kind of thing. But I decided that if I was going to play with this today, I wasn't going to use a kit. I was going to use my Liquitex pouring medium and some random acrylic paints I have. So here's an Americana acrylic paint. Here's is that Deco Art metallic paint. How about a Liquitex metallic paint? So I decided to use just a variety of paints that I have. I do want you to see this one down here. I think Athena's probably shown you a picture of this so far. This is one that I made at work one day. Me and a couple of gals got together at lunch and we just made this. You see the glitter on it? You gotta love the glitter. That's the kind of thing that you can do. If you are wondering what you can do, seriously, if you type in paint pouring on YouTube, you will get just some amazing, amazing videos. But we're going to do it here today. So I have taken those random paints that I talked about. So this is a white. This is actually 3 whites from 3 different brands, because I didn't have enough of one brand, so I just put them all together. And then I poured in the medium. Now the medium, I think, needs to go in 1:1. So I did about 1:1. Then I did the same thing with the purple. I've got my purple all mixed. Another shade of purple. This is that Liquitex green. And then I did that metallic gold. But in that metallic gold, I put something special. It's called Cell Magic. It is a liquid silicone. This particular one is made by American Crafts, that Color Pour company that actually came out of this little kit. But there are other silicones out there. I don't know where they are, but I'm sure that there are lots of them out there. So now I'm going to put on my gloves. Ready? And it's acrylic, so I didn't have to put on gloves. I just thought it might be an easier way for me to clean up. Now I'm going to take my white paint, take my stick out of it, I'm going to take my purple paint. Now, there are a zillion ways to do this, but this particular way is to take your paints and pour them all together into one cup. Now, I will not be stirring them. You just pour them in. So now I'm going to go with my green. I'm going to pour the green on. Can you see inside the cup?
Yep.
Okay. And the green, I think, is kind of funny. It sinks to the bottom. I don't know if that's because of the different paint. Liquitex, that is from that Liquitex textile, or the one that I have here. It is a much better paint than, you know, these craft paints. It's a more of an artist paint. It happens to be the paint that I paint most of my fabrics with. So there's another color of purple. And then I'm going to put the gold in. You don't mix them up once you get them in there. And I'm going to save a little bit of the gold so I can add a little bit more to it. Then I'm going to go to my canvas. Now I have a big old protective pan. I believe this is what people use to roast things in. And since I don't cook, I'm not really concerned about it. So I'm going to put that on there and tip it down. Now Athena and I were playing with this earlier. And I was like, well, I could just pick it up. But watch this. This is so cool. I'm going to take my seam ripper because I happen to have one here in my room. Going to cut just a teeny hole out of it. That lets air into the cup. Look what happens. It moves all by itself. It's alive. And do you see those little, let me push this closer, those little what they would call cells? That is what is created by that silicone that I added to it. Let's move it around over here maybe and then pick it up. So that's what we have so far. Okay. Now the fun begins. I'm going to start moving it around. All right, going to go a little bit to this side. I don't want it to fall off yet because I want to get it fully covered. Coming back to your way. There's a lot more white in it this time than there was last time, and I will show you the one that I did. All right, so that's where we are so far. Now I want to take that gold that was remaining and I want to drizzle the gold on just cause. And come on over here a little bit. I do love this gold. Maybe a little bit over here. Right. Now at this point I could take a toothpick and play with it. I could literally pour more, so I'm going to take more of the purple. There's an awful lot of white on here, so I'm going to change it up a little bit. Literally pour, hence paint pouring. Give it a little bit more color in here. I've seen some people on YouTube do it on huge canvases, just ginormous canvases. And if you think about it, your living room, you know, you can do that kind of big, huge one on there. I'm going to mix it up or start bending it over the sides a little bit more. Now, I know you can't see this, but I'm bringing it toward me. It's starting to pour. Oh, look at how cool it's looking. All right, and then this I did for the first time today. I'm going to take our 1,000-year-old Conair hair dryer. Watch this. Now watch, the sound is going to get loud, so excuse us. Look at it go. All right. Now I'm seeing that it's starting to tip more that way, so I'm going to tip the entire container maybe. Oh yeah. Now I'm going to bring it down this way. So you know what this is not a craft for? This is not a craft for you type A personalities, because you don't know what you're going to get. You know that you're going to get these colors, and if you don't play with them too much, you know that you're going to get them to be separated. But what you don't know is what they're really going to look like. So I'm going to add more green. So if you're a type A, I don't know if this is the craft for you. going to scrape off some of the sides and put it up here on the top so that I can cover the sides here. Pick off a little bit off of this side. Maybe separate some of that green. Oops, there goes another of my palette knives. Yeah, someday. There. All right. Pick it up here. Okay, I'm loving it. See if I can get it so it's kind of sort of even. Does it look a little?
I can't tell, but don't go off of my side.
Your side is skewed.
It is.
Oh, you know what? I need to get that corner over there. And I think I'm going to bring the hair dryer in one more time on to blow everything that way. Okay, wait a minute. I better wipe my hands off. It is seriously the only hair dryer we have in the house, so I don't want to like cover it with paint. Bill will start to wonder what's going on around here. Okay, so let's go this way. Oh. There. And now I'm just going to rest. I'm not going to do anything else. So there you have it. I have made myself the paint pouring, kind of that abstract looking paint project. So look at this a second. I'm going to go and show you the other one that we made just about 10 minutes ago with the same colors. Okay, look at this. Same exact colors, same exact paint. And look at how kind of different. Those little bubbles are caused by that silicone that I put in a couple of the paints. I just think this is like the coolest thing ever. So consider this. It is paint pouring. Let me carefully set this down. Paint pouring. It's all a matter of having like this pouring liquid like this. If you can get that pouring liquid, and you can get it from any craft store, you can use the acrylic paints that are in your house right now that maybe you just have a half a bottle of this, that, or the other color. Mix them up, get a cheap canvas, and give paint pouring a try. Like I said, I actually will be teaching this at Quilt Festival in Houston the end of October. Oh my goodness, would I love to see people that have actually been fans of the On Point TV channel for a while. That would be very cool. I'll also be teaching some other things, some mixed media, painting on fabric, invisible machine applique, and yeah, something else, some other sewing thing, and a couple of their seminar things. So be great to see you there. This is paint pouring. I hope you might give it a try. Talk to you soon.